Good day. This is your buddy Jim at Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. I hope you're having a great day. I am. As I'm filming this, it's actually my 64th birthday today. So, with no further ado, I'm going to let you in on the project. So, I've got in the racing business. We're going to have a gentleman driving a car. You've heard all that. Well, I thought that, as I've said, we would probably blend some video in on Wednesdays. We may make another channel. But to do that, we need to have some in-car video. Well, like any good YouTuber, I have several GoPros. I have an older one, a Hero 3, and then I've got the Hero 5. Well, the 3 is what I'm going to use in the car just because it's older. And I went ahead and put it back in the case and took it out of the one that was in that James Kilroy made me up 3D printed several years ago. Okay, so what we done is we took a piece of aluminum and we've made a little bracket to fit the roll bar. Now, I admit what I'm going to do is I'm not going to spend a lot of time making it perfect. And what I mean by that is like milling everything to perfection. I'm just getting basically a rough mount. These mounts are available commercially, but they're very expensive, $80, $90 a piece. Well, I got plenty of aluminum laying around, so I decided to knock one out. So just hang along, enjoy me in my birthday project today. So let's go get the cracking on making this dadgum GoPro bracket. Have a good one. I'm going to start over. What I'm going to do is just got it up on the mill. I'm going to do a little looking. All right, I'm going to just do some guessing. Here's an inch. 3/4. Inch and a half. Still, I want that to be about 1/4 of an inch off. So I think the easiest thing to do here, because I got to looking at it, you don't need it to be really, really thick. So this is just some figuring. All right, that's an inch. And then let's go 1.5 inches from this point, and which just should be the center line, right? Roughly right there. That's good. All this line here is for is just to give me an idea of where to set the hole. And I'll probably touch everything off, but I'm just trying to get visually in my head. You don't need this to be real thick. 1/4 inch is plenty thick enough here. Probably what's going to happen on this end, we're just going to leave a space out the end for the GoPro mounts to mount on. So we'll see how all that turns out when we get to that part. So this is where we're starting from. Okay, what we've done is we basically went in here and we just set it. Basically, it's a 0. This is going to be the center line of where I'm going to work. And the reason I'm leaving this long piece of material is just so I can work with it. So the plan is to get a bigger hole in it as I can. And what I'm going to probably do is just grab change drills, put me in a regular chuck, and we'll use S&D. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, this is going on a roll bar. So it's going to clamp. It's going to be some movement in it. So what I'm going to do right now is draw me a line. This line is going to be my center for my cut. I'm just going to put this in a bandsaw, and I'm just going to saw it the bandsaw. So to make it easy to make sure everything lines up later, I'll just take and scribe me a mark with the center drill. And all I got to do is go back to 0. And then I'm good to go. Just like that. And get there in just a second. Because all I'm going to do, I'm going to be up front with you. What we're going to do here is I'm going to drill this out with 1.5 inch drill. Because all it's got to do is clamp to a roll bar. All it has to do is fit over it. I may take 1.5 inch drill, and then we may run a boring bar, and what we'll probably do is, I'll show you when we get there. Because this, again, it's not a high level of precision. It's a little bit big. You just want it to fit around the bar good. So here we go. Then we're going to drill us a pilot hole. This is aluminum, so it doesn't have to have a lot of steps to it. So this is the reason I've got a regular chuck in too, by the way, instead of an Albright type, because I'm going to be and we're going to be putting some big size holes in. So that allows us to do makes it a little easier. Now you may ask, why drill an 1.5-inch hole with the board drill? Well, it's a simple answer, folks. This is going on around a piece of tubing to clamp. This is not a precision fit like something you really got to have pretty much so. So why do we want to spend the time to bore it? Machining sometimes, a lot of times, is about efficiency and fitting the tool for the job. And I have an 1.5-inch drill. Why not use it? We may end up going in here doing a little boring. Probably a boring piston doesn't clean it up. Maybe. Depends on, I checked the tubing, it's about 20 thousandths oversized. So we'll want a little bit oversized for the clamp tube. Of course, you're going to have the center coming out of it too. And again, we're going to use a lot of sawing, and we're not trying to again, we're just removing the curl here. See, that just saves a lot of work right there. If you can drill it, drill it. And that's the main reason I have this other chuck in too. I just touched the boring bar, and I'm just going to take it. I'm basically boring a skim bore right down through it. I want it to be a little oversized, so basically all I'm doing is just creating a quick bore here. This isn't hard to do once you find your points. Okay. There we go. Let's check the size on that. We don't do again, this doesn't have to be like dead nut perfect, as long as it's a little bigger to give us some. Okay, we're about the size of the tubing. Again, we're going to take some out, so there's going to be some clamp. So I'd like to take out about 10,000. I'd like it to be about 20 over. 20. Just give me a little room, because obviously clamping here is going to deal with it. So we'll make us a little adjustment right here, and we'll bore it again. What I've done here is I just marked it off. And I'm trying not to put, what I'm going to do is I'm not wanting to get in here and spend a lot of time on this thing as far as extra machining. Because it's just, basically it's just going to clamp on a roll bar and be mounted in the car, so it's face forward. So I've got my mount, laid it out. I'm not going to mill square corners up. I'm just going, when I put this in the vise, I'm just going to square it up with square, get it square to drill my holes. And that's how we're going with it. We'll find the centers, and such is how we're going to do this. I'll probably go in here and relieve. I'm probably not even going to relieve the corner. I'll just countersink everything. Again, it just saves time, energy. We may solve some corners yet. I haven't got to that point, but I'm doing it one step at a time, designing it in my head as I go. All right, I'm gonna start this over. I gotta fix that one probably. Okay, we're gonna drill these things 2 1/8 inch deep, and I'm going to this. What I'm gonna do. It's a long way down. Like I said, I'm making these quick, dirty, and easy. I'm not going to try to make, because this is just going to clamp on the roll bar and it's just going to hold stuff. There's no need in getting in here and I'm too lazy to go get other oil today. Let's run oil down in it. It's not going to matter. Oh. There we go. That's what it is. Hand. So let me just use this here, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm going to drill this one now. Again, I'm just going to go down. This is my relief. I'm going to go a little deeper, and I'll probably grab me an end mill, run a 7/16 end mill, finish it up. And it's not going to be flat bottom. That's the point in 760. Alright, let me find something here. Countersinks. I don't really have a countersink to work with this. So what we're going to do is we'll go down there and go. Touch the bottom. Now, I know you're not supposed to do that, but all I'm doing is running there, hitting the bottom to give me a bottom there. So, now all I got to do is set up the other side, basically the same thing, and do it. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to tap this thing, and I'm just going to do it by hand because it's a blind hole and it's down in there and I can't see, so we're going to have to kind of work with it. Well, I got it lined up. It's easier to do it. Well, let's get a few of the threads started. May have to take it in and out a little bit because this is a blind hole. I don't have what would be nice with this would have a spiral flute 1/4 28 tap. Because obviously I drilled it, so what I can do is see I can take this here out and then I can kind of work it in and out. So I know I've got it started, so I can work it in and out a little bit and clean it. So it's going to take a minute, so I'll bring you back. This is more of an eyeball thing. I just took my angular cutter and I just went in and I'm just going to put these radiuses in it with the angular cutter. Again, that's just a time saver. What we're going to do is use the angular cutter something. Alright, then we're going to pull it off and we're going to run this angular cutter right down here like a mill. Get over that, and then we'll just use the side of the angular cutter. Alright, that's what, so now that's how I've got both sides of those done. And I just used the edge of the cutter and lined it up. Back side, I'm going to basically do the same thing. We're just going to take the angular cutter and we're just going to roll her right down in there. This is a little further out because it's 3/4 of the, this side's going to be a little thicker when we saw it. And Okay. I'll pull the plug out. Then I'm going to move over here to the side and cut this little edge off with it. And then I'm going to just try to use the cutter to... We're going to saw, all this will be sawed. I'm going to tell you that right now. We're going to saw every bit of this. Okay. I'll do the same thing to the other side, then we'll just saw up to the, then we'll saw it to the line. Again, I'm not wanting to do a lot of milling on this thing. Okay, the next step right now, is going to be to saw these. And I got a problem. I see one of my lines has kind of gotten off. I'll have to clean it. I'll do this one while I got the camera on. Then I'll go back and I'll redraw the other one. Footage next year of us racing, you're going to have GoPro in the car. So I already talked to Justin, who was our driver, and he's cool with it. So we'll probably do a little footage, a lot of Wednesdays of what we're doing. We'll probably edit it. I won't put a whole video. I'll probably just do a Alright, see, I can kind of work this up the sander and clean it up. Alright, I got to draw out this other side. Oh, I can see the line. There's there. Let me remark it. I'll draw the other one. And here we go. Now, all I've done, you see, I've got my saw fixture in place. And we're just going to saw her up. Saw her up, deburr, be good to go. We'll go ahead, we got to drill clearance holes in this, a couple little odd and end things will have to be done, so we'll probably go ahead and put this back in the vise and line it up and drill the thread holes out and rechace the threads and get them all the way through, give us plenty of room to work. Now, if you're going to look at this, you're going to notice it's not going to look in the center. The reason being is I've added extra area for the camera when it mounts on. So, you know, it's not that I've goofed up or anything. You see now why I striped that line to begin with. Now that, so I always try to think a little ahead while you're doing this. I've just felt sanded these a little bit round. Sort of looks like a connected rod, don't it? So once this saws apart, we'll get to finishing up. Okay, folks, here's the mount. It does look a little off center because the camera's got set here. Basically, I just sawed this sucker up, and I didn't try to, you know, this has got a lot of super fancy milling or anything like that in it. So I'm gonna roll down to the car, try to put it in. Things I discovered after I went out there to work is my mounts. It's the ones I have, the stick mounts, are a little bit old. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna, I've got a couple of 1/4-20 regular drill mounts that goes, just put a bolt in, and so what we're going to do is we're just going to bolt this together right quick, put it in that way. And so I'm just going to, I done laid this out in the center kind of where I want it, towards the edge, and just drill me a 1/4-20 clearance hole right there, and we'll deburr this, and then I'll bolt this piece on. Okay, we're shooting some video with the old GoPro right now. Just let you see how it looks. This is more or less just to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing with it. So I got the camera mounted and it's looking good. Okay, so we'll will kind of hold up on that. Okay, there's the go. I've got the good GoPro taking the old GoPro, but this is the mount in the car. Kind of bring you around. It's just easier to do the GoPro outside and holding it now that I've got my sound issues figured out. So that's how it looks. And I'll just walk up here. I just pulled the car cover back, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that from here, but right up in there is the GoPro and how I've got it set. It's going to be a little bit crooked, but that's going to be fine. It's going to give us some good video right there. So let me, as I walk back around, I'll bring the camera up closer so you can see how I've got it set in there. There you go, you can see it. So that's the setup we're going to be using for the GoPros. And that's what I'm going to do, is use my older one, because I don't want this one in my hand. It's fairly new, it's a couple years old. That will give us good enough video for some shots at the racetrack. So there we go. The project's done. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my birthday project today. So by the time you see this video, my birthday will be past by about 3 weeks probably. So without any further ado, this is a copyrighted production of James Deadman Saw Logs Plastic Hubs. Again, as I make this video, I'm still trying to get to that mark. I've gained a few more, but I'm really close. So, you know, subscriptions are always welcome. You know, if I've said in the last several videos, I don't put little notes all over the place saying subscribe and beg, but once a video, and that's here at the end. And that's entirely up to you. If you just want to stop by and view and not subscribe, hey, I appreciate you stopping by. But I would really appreciate you being one of my subscribers. Subscriptions are painless. As I've said, there's no repercussions. You know, nowadays in our today world, there's always somebody trying to sell you something, bug you, or whatever. Well, being one of my subscribers, that won't happen. It don't cost nothing, and you sure as heck don't get bothered. The other thing that I want to stress is comments. You see this video and you would like to make comments on it, feel more than welcome. I do appreciate it. And, you know, I try to get back to every one of you. With all that being said, I hope you did enjoy my video today where I made the little GoPro bracket. I've got a couple other things in my mind cooking around that's going to be related to the race car. If the mailman's good to me here soon, I'll get the biggest piece I need. So we'll be doing some more fabricating, machining, and making it. It might be a several part video. I've been trying to keep these things around 20 minutes for you. So with no further ado, hope you enjoyed everything. I'll see you in that very next video. And have you all have a great day. And I sure do appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much.